Right, I thought I'd just make a video of my calc stirrer since I've been running this for about 2 years I think now. I'm just about to do some services on it because it's currently not working as it should be. So I just thought while I'm cleaning that out I'll make a quick video. So this is the Deltec KM500S model, which I believe holds about 10 litres of water, and it can do 10 litres an hour is its maximum output. I use it currently, I'm running 29 litres for 24 hours for it. There's various ways of feeding it, but I think the easiest way is I just use, I think you can see it up there. Yeah, there you go. So I use the Versa dose. Any dose will do, as long as it's a continuous duty rated pump, peristaltic pump. Yeah, so I just draw it. So literally the calcium reactor is sitting on the shelf, and under that shelf is a 200 litre RO drum, which I fill up literally, like that is my RO, that big white thing on the screen. That's my RO that sits there, and it automatically fills that drum up 3 times a week to set on a timer. So I don't have to do anything, just fills the drum up. There is a safety shut-off valve on it should anything go wrong. The RO's got auto flushing on it, so I don't have to do anything really. So I've not touched that drum in the 4 years I've had the tank running. So the drum fills up automatically. The Versa pump pulls the RO out, and it comes down this line here and goes into that little spigot there, and then it comes down through. There's a little filter there. I think it's a one-way valve. No, it's a filter. Yeah, could be both. And it comes down and it goes right to the bottom of the cylinder. And get that out of the way, that's annoying. And it basically just pushes RO water into the calc at the bottom, and then as it comes up it gets clearer, and then the outlet is at the top, and then it runs down this 12mm, I think that is, clear tubing, and goes off to the sump and just does a continuous drip into the sump. So as I said, at the moment I'm dosing 29 litres, I think it's a day. That's because it's summer. In the winter that'll probably go down to something like 15 or 16. I just check my salinity a couple of times a week with a floating hydrometer, which is very easy because I put it in that tank there, which has only got 1 power head in it. So I just turn the power head off, drop the hydrometer in there and get a reading. So I just do that, and I dose 100% by evaporation rate through the calc stirrer basically. So there's a couple of features on this. One is that, which is what's happened at this point, is as you add more calc, it kind of settles out at the bottom, becomes like a really quite a thick paste, and as that builds up slowly over time, probably over 3 or 4 months, eventually it becomes so thick that it stops the stirrer. The stirrer can't get through it. So that's what happened last night. Now fortunately with these, they have, I think it's like a clutch, I'm not sure what the actual mechanism is, but I guess it saves the motor burning out if the stirrer can't turn, but it kind of clicks, you can hear it, it makes a noise, which is what I noticed last night. I came in about 11 o'clock last night just to shut the doors and check everything was good, and I just heard it clicking. And if you put your hand on it at the top of the motor up there, you will feel it like a sort of a vibrating. It's like a clicky vibrate you can get, until you know that your stirrer is not stirring. So what I did last night, as you can see just there and over the back, I put two plastic spacer units, which basically all it does is just raise the stirrer up slightly so it's not hitting that thick sediment. Very temporary fix. Ideally you don't want any gaps in the top, which is why that lid is recessed and sits tight on there, because you don't want any atmospheric carbon dioxide getting into your calc, because it reduces the efficacy of it. So the pH of calc at 25 degrees is 12.4, so it's quite a good pH. So this is why people use it for various reasons. One, it gives you a good pH boost because it's calcium hydroxide, and the negative hydroxide ions will associate with the positive hydrogen ions in the water. And as you know, a pH, more hydrogen ions in the water, the lower your pH is. So it pulls them out and combines with them to make water, basically. And then you've got the calcium side of it, which goes down various chemical processes and eventually ups your alkalinity in your water. So today I've got to drain it and get the thick sediment out the bottom, give it a good clean and put it back in place. I just thought I'd make a video of the actual stirrer while I was doing that. The only other features on there really, other than the clutch mechanism in the motor to stop it burning out, I guess, if that gets stuck, is there's a small little hole drilled at the top there. It's about 2 mm hole. So should that outlet pipe at any point get blocked, and the end of the line can get easily blocked over time, if it backs up, it will just trickle out of that tiny little overflow hole, which it's only actually happened to me once. So that's because I didn't check the other end of the line for months probably. So yeah, I just cleaned the line, it was good. But yeah, I did come in mine and the floor was flooded and I wondered where the water was coming from. Right, so I will turn it off, and I've got to use the phone I'm filming with to turn it off. Didn't think that through. And then I will just siphon that water out, and then I will take it to the sink basically and clean it. So let me just do that now. Right, I turned off the actual stirrer and I've turned off the reverser pump. That's just a stirrer. Right, so that's the bulk of the water siphoned out. So all I've got to do now is pull that tube off, which is the connection to the reverser, and pull off the outlet pipe like so, and I just poke that up so it doesn't drip all over the place, and basically that can just come out now. So as you can see, there is a thick sludge in the bottom. So I'll take that to the sink and just give it a good clean out. It's not a nice job because calc's very dirty, gets everywhere. I've ruined a few sets of clothes doing this, but I've got my old togs on, so hopefully we'll be alright. So let me just climb upstairs without killing myself, and I will show you just by the sink. Right, so now it is just a case of, you see that sludge in the bottom? So that's what it's like. It's like a thick, pasty, horrible slime basically. So that is what stops the stirrer. I think part of that, to be fair, is because I tend to just use the spray, open the top quick and dump fresh calc in probably 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, so just wipe that off and then we'll be good to go. Right, so there we are. We're nearly full up with RO. Just a little bit to go before it gets to the overflow. I will put the outlet pipe back on, like so, and then down here I have my calcium hydroxide. So I'll basically take a ramekin, and I'll just dump it in. So 1, 2, 3, and that's it basically. I will turn the RO off. Put the stirrer back on, which is here. So that just goes in there, and this is basically, I'll turn the stirrer back on, I'll let it settle for a while, and then I will put the Versa pump back on in about half an hour, because you don't want to dump too much of that unmixed calc into your tank. So that's it, simple. So I think that's it. I hope you got something useful from that. Like I say, that's probably every 3 to 4 months I have to do that. In between, I literally just lift up this lid and dump one of those ramekins of calc in probably twice, maybe 3 times a week, just depending on how the pH looks. When it starts to drop, then I know I need to replenish the stirrer, really. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.